So which one is correct, green or orange? Here we go. Let's go with Jake.
Green.
So Jake votes for the green. How many vote with Jake? 2 points. 2 points if you got it wrong. Yeah, the green is correct. And I've never seen an AP question written like the orange. The way I've seen the orange always written on the AP test is like this. Okay? It's crucial you understand because when you're finding a derivative, if you're starting with this, you start with one rule. But if you're starting with this, you use a completely different rule. So heads up, what rule are we going to start with here? So if we have d dx of this, you have d dx of that versus d dx of this. What rule does the green start with? What rule does the orange start with? Who knows?
Wait, which one are we doing? Orange?
Either one. I just want to know which rule does the green start with? Which rule does the orange start with? Good tie.
The green is the cosine.
So up here on the green, I've got d dx of the cosine of a g of x function. So that's definitely the cosine rule. How many knew that before he said it? 2 points, 3 for tie. What rule would the orange start with? Great. Power rule. Because I've got all of this, this is my g of x, all of this is being squared. How many knew that one? 2 points, 3 for Ray. Question? You need to clarify? Please, Ray.
So with the orange one, wouldn't it be cosine squared times 3x plus 2, and wouldn't that be in parentheses squared? Wouldn't they both be squared, or would it just be cosine squared?
Oh, so the orange means what you see here.
Yeah.
It's the cosine of this, and all of it's being squared.
Yeah.
When they write it in this fashion, it still means the same thing.
Okay.
It's like somebody a long time ago said,
Why write it?
dang sick of writing all these parentheses.
Yeah.
Just put a squared right there.
Okay.
And then half the world's like, I don't know what you're doing anymore. Like, good, success. Math is what we want it to be, hard. So,
I was just concerned.
Sarcasm is
It's
not my
like, why
strength.
wouldn't they put a square over both of them if they're
no, it's not. It's all of it being squared.
okay?
2 for Ray. Anybody else? Okay, so 39 then looks like this.
Oh, we weren't supposed to write that.
Oh, I would have written it in your notes somewhere. It's not really the problem per se, but it's something you must not get mixed up with. That these are different. Yeah. But to solve the problem, I'm going to write it like this. Take the derivative of both sides. And as was mentioned, we use the cosine rule first. Oh, by the way, negative sign really means -1 multiplied by sine. There's no such thing as negative sign. It's -1 multiplied by the sine function. So. Other common mistakes are to forget that this still needs to be squared and this still needs to be squared. So, the AP test writers, when they give you a question like this, what they do is they work out the problem 5 times. and they simply make a student error each of the 5 times. They just make one mistake. Then they complete the problem, and that becomes an incorrect answer. You do understand, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then they start over, and they're like, oh, what if the student did this wrong? They complete the problem, that becomes the next answer. Yeah. So, I am telling you that because I have to do the same thing. You do understand that I'm not helping you, right? If I give you a driver's ed test, where like 4 of them are like, well, those are all wrong. There's not even a chance those are right. No. So when I created, the next test I actually wrote myself. Because it's just a miniature test, it's not a full-blown AP test. So there's 25 questions. Megan's a swimmer. The way I wrote I remember doing it. It was at the Davis Aquatic Center. You've been there. Yeah, my kids are all swimmers. So you sit there all day long and wait for your kid to swim. I just sat there with my clipboard. Like, okay, what would a student do wrong? This is good. So that's how the test was written. So the test has 25 right answers and 24 times 5, whatever that is, traps. So, yeah. Oh, you're good. Thank you. We good to hear? Okay, look at the board. This process is just very repetitive. This part is done. You don't do anything with that. Now you just need to find this. Raise your hand if you're confident you can do this. There we go. 2 points. Yeah, please go.
So, like in the problem, if a part of it doesn't have d over dx, is it just automatically?
Yeah. The idea again is the ddx operator must apply to everything to begin with. Every time you use a rule, part of the final answer is revealed. You can almost think of it as like you just keep pulling back the curtain. So in the beginning, we don't know any of the final answer. With one step, we know part of the final answer. Next line, we'll get a little bit more. Perfect. 2 points. So hands up. What rule comes next? Yeah, power rule. The hands didn't go up, but whatever, you know. It's too easy. F prime. Don't do this unless you like the stamp. You don't want me to help you. Not allowed on the AP test. Okay? Don't do that. I get that it's a little tedious to write it out right now. With practice, you won't have to. Okay, questions? Again, notice the value of g of x continually changes. No homework tonight. Good work. You're welcome. Good work.
you got one asking you if you'll write your recommendations, but
Oh, yes, you don't need, no, no problem.
okay,
You're
thank
very
you.
welcome.
Will the following students please come to the front office? Trey Holmes, Vincent Holmes, Connor Ryan,
Finishing the
Melissa
recording.
West,
You're good.
Alexis McDowell, Kinley Swan, Max College, and Sam College.
I think it was just what happened last time where I
Oh,
wasn't
sure,
here
yeah.
for the typewriter.
Let's go fix that all at once. Go
And then,
ahead.
I also don't know what to do because I need to come in to like study reviews and stuff, but I have soccer after school every day. So I could technically come to like 4:30 ones. I just don't know how.
Gotcha, you're okay.
Sometimes you have to change our schedules, but I don't know how I'm going to change it.
It's okay. I say that because some people can. Some people have things that they really can rearrange. Sometimes you can. It's not always that, so don't stress too much here. Let me just finish this off here.
That's what I'd like.
Oh, no, you're good. This is just a big, long writing thing.
Yeah.
So then, let's see, this is -1, this is 2, this is 15. Put all those together, I'm going to get -30. They'll put the X usually in the front. They'll put that one. And they'll put that. 1 second. Your test score was 85? So the good news is you have a really good test score. So you already have, you should currently have an A- once you fix the homework